Hey Alexa, play P. Diddy, Bad Boy for Life.
Shuffling Bad Boy for Life and similar songs from Amazon Music with Prime by Sean Diddy Combs, Black Rob, and Mark Curry on Amazon Music.
Hey Al, you ready? Let's do it. I'm the definition of half man, half drugs. Ask the clubs, bad boy, that's what's up. After bucks, crush crews after us. No games, we ain't laughing much. Nothing but big things. Check the hit list, how we twist shit. What changed with the name? We still here, you're rocking with the best. Don't worry if I write rhymes, I write checks. Who's the boss? Dudes is lost. Don't think cause I'm iced out, I'ma cool off. Who else but me? And if you don't feel me, that means you can't touch me. It's ugly, trust me. Get it right, dog, we ain't never left. We just move in silence and rep to the death. It's official, I survived what I've been through. Y'all got drama, the saga continues. We ain't going nowhere. We ain't going nowhere. We can't be stopped now, cause it's bad boy for life. We ain't going nowhere. We ain't going nowhere. We can't be stopped now, cause it's bad boy for life. Hey, look, straight from the Harlem streets. I don't play, I push it down with the Harlem heat. All of a sudden, niggas got a problem with me. Black, what happened? They running around acting like the black don't can't eat. And you know what? For some strange reason, I'm off of this medication, feeling deranged, needing for y'all to put the word out. Come on, we ain't leaving. We trying to be rich before we all stop breathing. Therefore, we kinda hustle lanes, stay laying down our muscle games, still turn niggas' dreams to flames. You got the wire? If not, I ain't saying no names. You soon expire. No pain. I feel remorseless. Of course, it's me and Diddy up first, racing Porsches with the big twin valve exhausts. On the cover of your vibes, double XLs and sauces, bitch. We ain't going nowhere. We ain't going nowhere. We going nowhere. We can't stop now.
All right. No, I'm not gay, you're gay. You're very gay. Welcome. I know you guys are pretty gay. You're celebrating Pride Month. If you look at the word Pride Month, the word demon is literally in there. P-R-I-D-E-M-O-N-T-H. Y'all are a bunch of demons. Check out the description. Check out my other social channels. We're going to talk about the numerology and the astrology on y'all's favorite rapist, P. Diddy. Okay? Yeah, please go ahead and report me. Now, I know YouTube's a little weird. Some of you guys don't know this, but we are looking at the occult and the esoterics behind Diddy, his court dates, his legal obligations, his whole life path, the whole thing. And we're gonna make some connections here because just recently they changed Diddy's release date when he gets out of prison. Now, why? Why? I mean, we know this guy is a POS, and I'm not talking about a point of sale system. I'm talking about a literal piece of, yeah. But let's get into it. Let's talk about it. So, Sean Puffy Combs, P. Diddy, born 11/4/1969. That is a 4-day. He's also a 40 or a 4 life path. Now, 4 is the number of law and order. 4 is, kind of like the worker. 4s like things logical. 4s just go, go, go. And they're pretty hard to convince when it comes to things that they can't break down scientifically. So this is Diddy here. But Diddy has the science of baby oil on lock clearly. Now, Diddy is born in the Chinese zodiac and what we call Earth astrology, right? So he's born in the year of the rooster. Now, that's funny because what is the alternative word for rooster? That is cock. So Diddy is literally born in the year of the cock, rooster. Pause. Now, when we look at the 4 energy in numerology, we find its correlations to astrology. One could assume that it has a connection to Uranus. It has a connection to Uranus. And Diddy definitely has a connection to a lot of people's anus because 4 kind of has that Aquarian energy. Aquarius has a connection to the 4, but that also has a connection to Rahu. So for you guys that might be into Vedic astrology, Rahu, right? You got to roll the R's. Just like Diddy was rolling, I'm not going to talk about it, Meek Mill in the bathroom. But Rahu is about smoke and illusion, right? Rahu deals with scandals. It's kind of like that hidden activity, and that's exactly what was going on behind closed doors, you know, at our boy Puffy, or your boy's Puffy's estate, his parties. Now, Uranus, right, which Uranus is connected to Diddy. Uranus is about chaos, rebellion, sudden reversals, the system getting disrupted. Now that is the Diddy case. Now let's go into some of the numbers, right? Let's really talk about it here. So Diddy was arrested on 9/16/2024. That is September 16th, 2024. In numerology, that is a 33 universal day. So the life path of the day is 33. Now, if you know about 33, it is the master influencer. It is the master teacher. It is one of the highest vibrational energies in numerology. So one of the reasons why this whole Diddy case was so influential and prolific was literally because he was arrested on a 33 day. Now, it was also the 16th of September, right? The number 16, 1 + 6 = 7. 7 is also about hidden things. And he was hiding a lot of things. You could break down the 16, you could look at the 1 and the 6, problems within relationships and families. And that's exactly what we saw when that video came out of him, you know, beating his ex-wife or whatever happened. But we got to also dive a little bit deeper into when Puffy was arrested. That was in the Dragon year. So the Dragon year was 2024, right? Dragons are like the harbingers. They bring change. Sometimes they bring destruction. Sometimes they bring messages. The dragon, it goes up and down and up and down. And that's what it was for the year for Diddy. Now, 2024, if you add 2 + 2 + 4, that equals 8. 8 is the number of karma. 8 is the number of what goes around comes around, right? So Diddy got his karma, a very strong, a very powerful, just like the dragon, karmic lesson in the 8 universal year of 2024 in numerology. Now, this clearly affected his money, his power, and his empire, and that's what 8 equals. So he gets arrested in an 8 year after building an empire off of his image, off of wealth, off of power and control. Now, when was Diddy convicted? When did he officially become a convict? No Akon. Well, that was in July of 2025. That was 7/2/2025. So the 2nd of July in 2025 was a snake year. It's about transformation, right? The snake bites. The snake does not forget. And for Diddy, it was on an 18 or a 9 day. So if you add 7 plus 2 plus 2 plus 0 plus 2 plus 5, that equals 18. 1 plus 8 equals 9. Endings again. So 2025, a year of endings, and he got convicted on a 9 day, a day of endings. So he gets convicted on a 9 day, a 9 universal day, and a 9 year. That's the end of the Diddy era. He's no longer a rapper. He's no longer this representation of New York. He's not a media figurehead. He is basically the Jeffrey Epstein of the rap world in a snake year. And you know what's funny? He must have had some really bad karma, because the rooster and the snake are friendly in the same trine. So in Chinese or Earth astrology, you have 3 signs, groups of 3 out of all the 12 that do well under each other's energy. And Diddy was born in a rooster year. Last year, the year that he got convicted in, was a snake year. The ox is also in that trine. So he must have really had some bad karma if he got hit in his friendly energy. It revealed him. And that's what the snake does. It reveals the bullshit. And the venom sinks in, and that is what is happening for Diddy right now, because he is in prison and the venom is slowly deteriorating. Oh boy. Now, Diddy was sentenced October 3rd, 2025. Now, if you look at that, October 10 plus 3 plus 2 plus 2 plus 5, that equals 22, which is 2 plus 2, which is a 4. 22 is a number of the master destroyer, the master builder. It is a master number. It is highly vibrational. So the day he got sentenced on was the day of his master destruction under his own energy. Diddy's a 4 life path, born on a 4 day. And he got sentenced on a 4 day. Now, it was the 3rd of October. 3 and 4 don't do well together. So that was the energy that was working against old boy, Sean Combs. And take it a step further, it was also in October. October is Libra. Libra is the scales. Libra is about balance and judgment. Now, Libras are nice people. Libras are typically softer people, but when you're under that Libra energy, you better bet there's going to be some lawyer energy, law energy coming in and balancing out things. And that's what happened to Mr. Combs. Balance, court, judgment. That Rahu smoke, that illusion got cut through. And Uranus, Diddy's Uranus energy, the chaos and rebellion, it got contained. Because what is 4? 4 is like a jail cell. 4 walls. You stay contained. A jail, a prison is all about law and order. And one of the ultimate sentences under -4 energy is to be in prison. And Diddy, having that 4 energy, brought himself into his worst possible case. The dark side of 4, the jail, the 4 walls, the cells, the bars, BARS. Make sense? Now, let's look at when Diddy was supposed to be released from prison. That was May 8th, 2028. So Diddy's first projected release date was 5/8/2028. Now that's an 8 day. The 5th of May is an 8-day. So his first projected release date was a day of karma. And the universal day of 5/8/2028 is 7, but not just any 7, 25/7, because you add 5 plus 8 plus 2 plus 2 plus 8, that equals 25. Now, 25 is kind of like a perverted 7. I mean, just look at Ric Flair. He's got that energy. I also think Pee Wee Herman had that energy as well, but I digress. So it lines up perfectly, and this was a strange day for Diddy. Now, that actually might be the number of Diddy. And 2028, which is a 3 universal year, it doesn't do good with the 4. Now, let's look at the next date for Diddy. So Diddy's release date, it gets delayed. And it was after a reported phone or alcohol issue, and I don't know how that works. I really don't know how that works, but that was on the 4th. So they moved his date. They moved his release date from May 8th, 2028 to June 4th, 2028. Now here's where it gets crazy. June 4th, 2028 is a 4 universal day. It's a 22 again universal day. It is the 4th of June. That's a double 4, just like Diddy. In 2028, you got that 28 on the back end. That sounds like wealth to me. Are we playing with the system right now? Is there something going on? But it doesn't stop there. Oh no, wait, it doesn't stop there, folks. They moved up his release date again recently. And guess what that date is? 4/25/2028. So they flipped the month to the 4, and then they flipped the day to the 25, which was the original universal day of his first projected prison date. Karma, right? So 4/25/2028 is a 41, it's a 5-day. It is a 5-day, a 5 universal day. So what does that mean? That means that his new court date is going to be on a day of freedom for him. 4/25/2028. 5 is about freedom. So the 25 is about isolation. The 5 is about freedom. So this is where the shift starts. But wait, there's more. They moved it up again. His prison release date. So now it's 4/15/2028. Guys, I know it's a lot of numbers, but please follow me here. So now Diddy is going to be released from court for April 15th, 2028. That is a 4-day. 31 if you add it across. 4 plus 15 plus 2 plus 2 plus 8, 31. 31's that matrix number. Just like 13 is the number of the matrix. You flip 13, you get 31. And Diddy is a 4 life path. So in all these release dates from prison that Diddy had, there was a 4 in there. I'm not even playing. Either in the day, either in the universal day, or in the month. So they moved it back. And it happened one more time. This is the current projected release date for Diddy for prison. So they just kept doing it and doing it and doing it. We'll summarize this in a second, guys. I know it's hard to follow. But now Diddy's going to be released from court on February 23rd, 2028. Now here is where we can see that whatever Diddy was doing, maybe it was on purpose, maybe it's just the Matrix code, but he picked the perfect date to get released from prison. His current prison release date is February 23rd, 2028. That is a one universal day in numerology. Not only just the one universal day, but a 37 compound /1 universal day in numerology. The number 37 shows up a lot in religious texts about miracles, but not only that, but he's being released on the 23rd. The 23rd, 2 + 3 is 5, that's freedom. So he's getting released on a day of freedom, the 23rd, that reaches probably the World Wide Web. W is a 23rd letter. 23 is global. And it's a one universal day, meaning one is new beginnings. If Diddy can get released on this date, best case scenario for him. But no Diddy. We're not for Diddy. Isn't that crazy? And if you reduce the date, now here's the thing. If you reduce the date, if you go 2 + 5 + 20, 28, that becomes a 19 day. And we know that 19 is the number of bad health. A la GG33, shout out. If y'all are in the live stream, everybody in the live stream real quick, go ahead and like the video, subscribe to the channel, check out the description, follow me on my socials. We are talking about the numerology and the astrology of Diddy. Your favorite, no Diddy. Now, let's keep going with it. So we went over Diddy's birthday. We went over when Diddy was convicted, charged, when he first went to prison, and the multiple dates of when he should be released. But here's the kicker. His current prison release date, which is February 23rd, 2028, is exactly 111 days after his birthday. The prior projected release date was 4/15/2028. So from 4/15 to 2/23, that's 52 days, that's 7 again. And how many times did we see the 25/7? About 3 times so far, the 7. Now, 2028 is an Earth monkey year. It is a 3 universal year. And Diddy's personal year in 2028 is a 7, a 52/7. So his release date year is also in a 7 personal year. If you guys know, you guys know. Now, I want you to take this data and look at it, but we can go one more step further before I close this out. Diddy being released in a monkey year in the Chinese zodiac, that's that metal energy, that metal element that has law, judgment, contracts, courts, bars, metal bars behind bars. So the monkey year brings him the legal machinery. Diddy the Rooster doesn't chimp his way out of the zoo. The system's own paperwork kind of opens it up for his coup. There's got to be a strong underlying reason why the energy switched through this many dates. Now, quick recap. And I want you to use your noggins, use your brains right now. His arrest was on a 33-day. His conviction was on a 9-day. His sentence was on a 22-day. His initial release date was a 25 or a 7-day. The next release date from prison was a 22-day again. And then they moved it up and it was a 5-day. And then they moved it up and it was a 4-day. And then they moved it up and it was a 1-day. So he came in, pause, as the 4. Literally and figuratively, Diddy is a double 4. And he's walking out on the 1. There's a reason why all these dates were pushed back. There's a reason why we keep seeing the 4 with P. Diddy. There's a reason why we keep seeing the 25 or the 52 or the 7. He's going to get released in his 7 personal year. And there's a reason why. Bro loves that baby oil. You know, he went to court in an 8 universal year. So the karma is strong for this guy. I'm going to predict that Diddy, this new release date of Diddy being released on that 37 5-day, 2/23/2028, I don't think that's going to be the final day, because that is his ultimate way through freedom. And that is not something that Diddy will get. So I'll say no Diddy. Stay out of it. Stay focused. Stay sharp. Stay committed. And stay on point. Now let's take a couple minutes to talk to the Diddies in the chat. Let's look at the chat. Yeah, 100%. 100%. Shabbat Shalom. Although it's Wednesday, so I don't know if there's a Shabbat. Chat, do we have any questions concerning the numerology and astrology of Diddy? Or maybe we can talk about Shabingus. There's always a Shabingus. Okay. Yeah. Shabingus. It's a good word. Diddyology. So yeah, this is a new study. It's called Diddyology. We're looking at everything about Diddy. So you guys got to go back and listen to the beginning of this, because I already did my whole dialogue, my whole walkthrough. Yeah, Diddy was born in a rooster year, and he's a double 4 life path. And 4 has that connection to Uranus. Yeah, there's a lot of 25 energy, like around Diddy and his release dates. 25, Ric Flair has the 25 energy. Ric Flair is like a perverted womanizer. Pee Wee Herman also has that 25 energy. So if y'all know what Pee Wee Herman did, he's got that 25 energy. Diddy was convicted on 7/2/2025 originally. That nine energy. All right, so what's the chat talking about? Lava, I don't even want to say your name on here. And the guy that keeps fucking talking. Are you autistic? What's your major malfunction? I'm drinking dragon's blood right now. Diddy shebanged. Okay, so let me take this gum out. So shebanged. We're gonna take a look at that. Let's visit and see what shebanged means in gematria. Gematria is the study of letters to numbers. So that seems like an interesting word. Shebang. Well, I'll tell you what, we just talked about it. Shebang equals 25. Again, a very perverted number. I mean, 25s, people with that 25 energy, that's like demon possessed. Every time you say shebang, you're just inviting like incubus and succubus into your life. But what's interesting is the reverse gematria of shebang is 137. 137 is the fine structure constant. It's one of the most mysterious numbers. There's books on the number 137. I've been studying 137 for a long time. It's a very prolific number. So, yeah, no, I definitely can tell you're fully autistic. 8/22/1988. My lady is 4/28/1989. All right. So X block chant. So with those birthdays, those are interesting birthdays. Can you give me your little sister's birthday? This is not even a joke. I'm just curious. Not a joke at all. I'm being totally. What's your little sister's birthday? I mean, you're an 11, so. Dragon. Shout out to the dragons, man. Dragons are by far. I mean, a lot of people sleep on the dragons. I don't really understand why. I think because a lot of dragons are kind of stupid. It depends. You know, the 1989 dragon. So if you're like a dragon born in like January, February, early, you know, you might be a little bit sharper. But maybe not as lucky as the 88 dragons, but definitely a lot sharper. Your lady's a 5, so you guys probably have some fun. Definitely have some fun. 59, and she. So the guy that's like, I definitely think that's a fake birthday. It's probably somebody that like knows me on X, and they're just kind of seeing. But yeah, 4/28. So if you're banging a 5 life path woman who's a snake born on the 28th, and she's an Aries. Is it 28th Aries? Nah, 28th. 28th is Taurus. So she's definitely got to be a looker. If she's probably like Colombian or like Brazilian or something, there's definitely some good stuff to be there. Well, no, see, I'm not talking about like a physical rating. I'm talking about the life path in numerology. And you guys are shebanging so fucking much. These guys in the chat just keep shebanging and talking to themselves. I mean, there's like 3 different conversations going on about the same word. I don't even understand. It's just convoluting. I'm trying to look. Yeah, Shabbat Shalom, mashallah, inshallah, astaghfirullah, all that. Inshallah, whatever, inshallah. Alhamdulillah, every fucking. Man, sometimes I think about if I was Islamic, I could just say like mashallah, inshallah, you know, like just every other word. I could use it as like a conjunction to kind of get to the sentence. Like I could be like, yo, and P. Diddy's born. He's born on a 4-day, he's a 4 life path, alhamdulillah, you know, and just like, boom. Yeah, got it. Praise be to Allah. Allah. That means God. And guys, I'm not hating on Islam or anything. I'm not like making fun of. I'm just saying, you know, it's an interesting way to speak, you know, like, but Christians do it too. I mean, especially the born again Christians, right? A born again Christian will let you know they're born again. And sometimes you can't get through 3 to 4 sentences without them, you know, mentioning Jesus or praise Jesus. And the best thing is like I've known some born again Christians where, you know, they're like, yo, how was your day? And I'm like, oh man, it was a day, you know, it was a day. I'm getting through it, you know, just being honest. And they're like, brother, let me pray with you. And I'm like, right now? Well, we got to do this right now? Like, you know, like I've already worked it out in my head, you know, but it is what it is, man. It is what it is. And these guys are still talking about the shebang. I think that's a Ricky Martin song or something. Shebangs, right? Anyways, we talked about it. We talked about the whole Diddy spiel. I like to chop it up and fuck around with you guys. You know, you guys are always funny. It's always in good company. I really never have issues with people in the chat and on lives. And if you try to have an issue, I mean, I figure it out. So yeah, you guys are funny. I'm gonna let y'all ask a couple questions. I would say like it's 119. Let's go for like 5 more minutes and then yeah, no. And let me see. I really hope the chat doesn't show up, man. Here, so let me go back real quick before I close this out. There's a couple things I want to talk about. Y'all can wait. Go ahead and follow me on X. So it is at elo_dragons. Follow me on TikTok. It's Elo Dragons, one word. Follow me on here we go. Oh, follow me on Kick. It's Elo Dragons. And follow your mom on OnlyFans. It's Shebang25. All right, so I'm gonna give you guys some advice. I got some advice. So I think a lot of y'all may be a little deprived of female attention, female touch, right? It's probably been a long time. And I wouldn't assume, because assuming makes an ass of you and me, although most likely just you. But I want to teach you how to pull a quality woman in 2026. Okay? I ask a question. I'm not going to answer what shebang means. It's that's your thing. That you're talking about it. Ask like a regular question. So my quality woman, she's it's your mom. It's your mom. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to break this to you. But I'm your father. No, listen. This is great advice. It's solicited advice. Okay, so this is how you pull a quality woman in 2026. Number 1, go out. Number 2, don't be gay. Number 3, strike up conversations. Number 4, stop being gay. Number 5, stop being parasocial. Number 6, if you're gay, you need this advice. Number 7, there's still hope. There's still hope. Number 8, I don't know what the fuck you're waiting for, so just go do it. Number 9, soulmates and twin flames, that's all fugazi. And number 10, you're gay. So hopefully that helps you guys. I was promised 72 virgins. Okay. I mean, you got dudes paying 18 years of child support because they couldn't hold a nut in for 30 seconds on the first drunk chick they took home. A weak pump, right? Again, this is Diddy, no Diddy. And then it's a lifetime of slavery. You guys gotta master your heads, or it's gonna own your bloodline, you know? Find the wrong one, you go out, you know, and then you make the mistake, and then you have a BM, a baby mama, and you're paying child support until the kids, I mean, I don't even know. I don't know these days. I think they raised child support. So I think for millennials, it was like 18. I think for Gen Z, they raised it to like 25, arrested development. And then I think for Gen Alpha, it's probably gonna be until they're like 33. So it just keeps getting worse, just like the testosterone levels. They've been going down by 1% every year since the 1980s. T levels dropping. No Adam's apples. How many of you have an Adam's apple? I'm probably the only one in here that has an Adam's apple. Or even some sort of like jawline. Does it exist anymore? Facial hair? Do you guys have facial hair? What the fuck is going on? It's crazy. It's like some weird, like there's a bunch of like earthworm Jims walking around. People, like dudes are getting taller, but they're getting paler. And they're looking more feminine. It's strange. And then the women are getting more masculine. The women are getting more aggressive. I think it's natural selection, influenced by your Netflix, influenced by your social media, influenced by the trends. Why is it that I can't put a weight preference on a dating app? I stay off them. I don't do the dating apps because it doesn't allow me to put a weight preference. I could put a height preference, but I can't put a weight preference. Sorry, I don't want obesity. I don't want diabetes. I don't want depression. I don't want somebody who's not disciplined. You know? I don't want to be coming home to a McFlurry. Well, I mean, that's what it is. All right, just whatever, man. It is what it is. It's a bunch of fugaziness. You know? And then even these days, you got half of the population wants to stay at home, wants to sit on a computer all day, not get up. They want to trade, they want to do crypto, they want to clip, I don't know what they want to do. They want to goon to AI. They don't want to fucking work. They don't want to get a job. You know how many people in their mid-20s I run into that don't have jobs? What the fuck? And then they're like, oh no, I'm an entrepreneur. I'm doing my own thing. I mean, you have no money coming in. Like, but the problem is then the people that have jobs basically have prison sentences. And the people that have jobs have prison sentences. So, you know, you wake up at a time, you don't want to wake up, you walk into a building, you can't leave whenever you want, you got to wear clothes somebody else approved, you got to ask permission to take time off, permission to eat, permission to take a shit, spend 8 to 12 hours with people you probably don't like or don't even know, and They probably don't like you because you're parasocial. You can't say what you think. You can't tell customers or clients what they need to hear. You can barely use your phone. You can't disappear for an hour if you want to. You can't decide what you want to work on. And you can't decide your own value. And your only little time in the yard, like in prison, you call it your lunch break. You can go out to the yard. You can hang out with the other prisoners, the other dejects. And then, once Friday comes, you celebrate it. Happy Friday, right? You work 5 days for 2 days of freedom. You get released for 48 hours. And then you go back on Monday for fucking accountability lineup. That's how it works. I mean, at this point, you might as well just start sitting down to piss, because that's what they do in prison. I'm sure some of you already sit down and piss anyway. That's a travesty. Really is. Really is. Well, I think this was a good amount of content. Let's go ahead and like the video, repost, reshare. If you guys missed the beginning of the stream, just go back, listen to it. It was the numerology, the astrology of Diddy, of P. Diddy. Buzzword, trigger word, NPC, right? It was that. And you can check it out. You can see after that, I just was looking at the chat, and there's some guys with the Chabingas thing. That's fine. It's not too bad. And then, we talked a little bit, but I'm gonna shut it out there. So make sure that everybody in the chat, you go ahead again, follow me on X, follow me on Kick, follow me on Twitter. Like I said, follow your mom on OnlyFans, and I'll see you guys in the next live stream. Stay on point. By the way, Stay on Point Discord, you can also see the link in the description. Check out the links in the description. Check out the promo codes in the description.